Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? So, I want to share a little story with you. If you watch my channel, you know that I had a little brush with death last year, a little near death experience. And I want to just share this with you. Now, to be honest, I'm partially over everything that has happened to me. If I'm still a little non-trusting of certain people, I'm not fully over it, but I'm over it where I can at least tell you what happened. And this is all 100% truth. I'm not going to make a case about it. I want to just tell you my experience, and maybe this can deter you from doing something similar. So I had a little accident last year. I had a little accident. I was working two jobs. I was working at this restaurant and another restaurant. But the restaurant, I was trying to pay the very car off that I'm driving right now, that I'm making this video in. And the two jobs that I had, I wound up paying the car off with a job at a nursing home, but that's much later. But the job that I had, I worked every day. So I worked from Monday, and I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday at one place. And at this other restaurant, I worked nights there, from like 5 to like 10. It wasn't really paying a lot of money, but I was trying to just get whatever I can get to raise, the $5,000 for this car. And it's a hell of a story. I may even explain it in more detail one day, but not now. But I was working this job, and one day I was really sick. You can't work at a restaurant when you're sick because that's bad for the customer. You can get the place shut down if you're like the food is contaminated with germs and people's aren't washing their hands. The place can get shut down. So you know, I'm trying to conceal my sickness as best as I can. I'll even wear a mask to work. And the day before, I ingested like maybe like 5 pills, and I was washing dishes at this place, so I didn't have no reactions to any of the pills when I ingested them, because now I get reactions with my seizures from stimulants in water. I get reactions. I go into seizure mode whenever I'm around water. So I ironically, the day before, I didn't have a reaction when I ingested all those pills. I ingested like 5 of them. And let me just explain. I said this before. I didn't know there is a difference of reaction. Well, let me explain this. I don't think I would have died if I wasn't. I don't think I would have had a reaction if I was around the amount of water that I was around. So the next day, my cold is still sort of noticeable. I wanted to go down so I can feel better, so I can just keep working, because I didn't have a lot of support. I'm just on my own, trying to just do what I got to do, pay my car off, handle my business. And as you know I'm going to the gym. I'm going to like the little gym I go to to get a little workout in. I wanted to just because I was obsessed with working out like a lot at the time, not like at that anymore. But I want to just work on my chest, and I wanted to jump in the shower first. But I wanted to take the pills for my flu and my cold, so at least it can go down more if I'm around hot water. I take them in my car. I take about 20 of them. And let me say this again. I did not know the effect of pills versus liquid. I took the liquid form of syrup, like the cough syrup for your cold. Never had a problem. But let me just tell you straight up, I've had history of like using it. I don't want to say abusing it, but I had a history before of using like cough syrup for to relieve my cold. But sometimes I go to sleep if I was not to get high, but if I felt like really bad and I wanted to go to sleep faster, I would just take more. And I think that's probably contribute to my situation, my issues with my seizures and everything. Because there's a certain dosage you're supposed to take. That's why doctors prescribe medicine. But, I take 20 pills, jump in the shower. The last song that I was going to play if I died was a song called Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos by Public Enemy. I have that song playing, water's running, jump in the shower, and the next thing I notice, my whole body just curls up. And I know that's not good because I'm like, what's going on? Like, because I stare too long whenever I stare at things for too long, that can trigger me. And I just knew something I wasn't going to make it out alive because I never had an attack like this before. The last time I did was 12 years ago, around the summer of 2011, when I was in like summer school. Not like because I was a bad student, but they had like a little program for us. And, I had a little reaction to this picture I saw on the internet, and it made me go into like seizure mode. And I was by myself. And I had to suffer for a good hour. Nobody around. I couldn't even leave. I couldn't even get off the floor. I was stuck on the floor for like 30 minutes. I finally got out the house, and it was just really painful what I had experienced. Like, it was the worst experience ever. And with all my issues that are not like major, this is the most serious one, but I know how to control it now. So I call people from the gym. I'm like partially clothed. I have a towel on. I just yell and tell people at the gym like please help, call 911, having a seizure. I don't want to die. And like the lady at the gym helped me. She called, and let me just say this. The place where this happened at, this is a town, a small town in Georgia that I worked in. And there were, let me say, every cop. So police came. I asked for the ambulance, but the police came, and every cop was white. The ambulance that came was white. And, they were asking me questions as my heart was beating as I took all those pills. Because I didn't have an understanding of the right amount to take. I wanted the cold to go down. And, I learned from everything now, if you watch the video about it. But I took a lot. My heart was beating. I couldn't really move at all. Couldn't sit down. It was that bad. And I wanted them to see if they can give me something or do something to calm me down. And they were really unhelpful. Like they were really unhelpful. The cops were unhelpful. I never knew like a police force that would ask you questions as you are literally telling them you're dying. So the worst part about it was the paramedic. The paramedic was probably the worst out of like all of them, because this is the person that's supposed to sort of save your life. And I want to just be honest. I believe that, and I don't feel no kind of way about it now, because it taught me so much about who I need to be cautious of. But it taught me enough that it was very clear, based on my race, they had no regard for my life whatsoever. And I understand people don't care about anybody that's not them or someone they care for. But you have a job. I've had jobs where I was supposed to look after people, treat them right, And despite the things I believe, I've always put that aside and treat people the way I want to be treated. So, like I said, the paramedic was really unhelpful. I don't know how you are supposed to sit down when you're having a seizure, and that affects your whole body if you've ever had one. Um, like I said, they just, I don't know what kind of training they do, but they really just were like we don't know what to do for you, because you know, we can't do anything until you sit down in a stretcher. And it was just like, I always thought like they would have like some kind of drug to reverse the effects, or something, but it was no way. It was really painful to sit down. Just imagine, let me explain the feeling of it. Imagine having like needles stuck in you, and you have to sit down. You have to lay down. You have to lay your whole body down while those needles are in you. And I'm doing another part to it.